Hi there, it's Mr. Hill with your science lesson for today. We're going to start off by looking at our new topic of materials and their properties. And we're going to specifically focus today on can we identify different materials. So building materials needed for this lesson, we're going to be able to do the following things. Firstly, we're going to know the names of different materials. Secondly, we're going to be able to understand why different materials are used for different purposes. And finally, we're going to be able to label materials that make up an object. So let's get started. What are materials? Have a think for a minute. What do you think materials are? Right, you got an idea of what you think materials are? Let's give you a definition. Materials are things that look, feel, and behave differently to each other. So if you think about, for example, a cloth, so your clothes, it's very flexible, it moves easily, it can help keep you warm, certainly useful at the moment. It can also be used to keep you cool in the summer. So a pair of shorts, there's less material there to help your body sweat and keep cooler. Look at the table you might be sitting at, the chair you're sitting in. That's a hard material. It might be wood at the base underneath, it might be metal underneath it, but it's there, it's strong and it's stable and it's strong enough to hold you up. So let's have a look at this table. What materials do we think make up this table? Have a good look. Yeah, that's right. We've got a wooden top and we've got metal for the legs. Now, I wonder why. I wonder if you actually, could you give me a reason why you think they've used the different materials for this? Pause the video here and have a think about it. Okay, I think they've used the wood for the top because it's a lovely material. It looks really patterned on the top there. Wood's also good because if it gets damaged, it can be refinished. It can be sanded off, or it can be filled and it can be painted and you'd never know there was any damage there. I think they've used metal for the legs because it's really strong and it doesn't need to be a big, thick and bulky piece. So they've got really thin, round legs for the table, which makes it look very attractive. And I'm sure something like that would look lovely in my living room. Okay, so we have lots of different materials. We've talked about a few already. I've talked about wood, I've talked about metal, and I've talked about cloth. What other material names do you know? Take a moment, pause the video here, write a list of all the different materials you can think. I'm going to set you a challenge. I think you can think of at least 5 more on top of the 3 that we've already discussed. So I'll give you the 3. We've got wood, metal, and cloth. I want you to find at least 5 more before you start the video up again. Pause here. Okay, how did you get on? The ones I thought of, I had plastic, had rubber for the tires on my bicycle and my car. I had the plastic I was thinking of was the pen I've got on the desk next to me. I thought of glass because I'm looking out of the window in front of me. I've thought of carpet, and then I thought, is that fabric or is it made of fibers? So different carpets are made of different things. And we've also got different type of rubber used for rubbing out mistakes in your books, for example. So I thought of a few examples. I'll be interested to see what examples you've come up with. So I'd like you guys to go on a material hunt. I want you to take 10 minutes to go on a hunt around your house and see what you can find. So I've given you some ideas there. So we've got plastic, glass, wood, and metal. Have a good look around, see what you can find that fit into those categories. Also, what else can you find that would need to go into a separate category? So maybe you could find something that's made of cloth. Maybe you could find something that's made of rubber. See what you can find. Take 10 minutes and off you go. Okay, how did you get on, guys? So looking around, I found my glass window. I found my metal door handle and my wooden door. I found a wooden door frame as well. I was really clever. I looked really carefully. I found a metal radiator in the room I'm in. I found the plastic from the cable for my headphones. There's metal inside them. I also found, oops, my metal watch that's got a glass front so I can see the hands on it. I also found my metal ring that I'm wearing. So I've done quite well finding metal things. Plastic I wasn't so good with. I did find my pen that I have on the table with me. Didn't find a great deal else. As I said, I found my headphone cables, but not a lot else. Wood, we've talked about. Metal as well. I've got the frame of the chair I'm sitting on, and I couldn't really find a great deal of plastic that I can show you. I've got a big piece of plastic that I'm recording this on my computer. Unfortunately, I can't show you that because I'd have to pull the camera out. I have also found the Hoover while I was walking around the house, but I'm not dragging that down just to put on the screen. I'm sure you've got lots of other things, and I'd be very interested to see what you've come up with as well. Now, I have got a challenge for you guys. I'm not able to send you the resources for these pictures that I'm going to show you here. So what I'd like you to do is to draw your own versions of these pictures, or you could find some similar images and print them off the internet if you're able to do it. And I want you to have a go at working out what materials would be used. So for example, on the police car, the metal, most of it would be blue. Maybe the number plate would be made of plastic, so that would be red. The lights on the top maybe would be red because they might be plastic as well. The windows would obviously be glass, and maybe some other things. Have a go at this yourselves, see what you can come up with. I'll look forward to seeing your artwork when we come back together. Just one more thing before I go. If there's anything you don't know what it is, color it or leave it as white, and then maybe do a bit of research. See if you can find out what that might be made of. So there might be the path leading up to the house. It could be made of lots of different things. Would you be able to find some of the materials and put them in a list of the things that you could do? There's lots of nice ways of doing this. There's houses can be made of lots of different materials. Cars can have lots of different materials too. So we should be able to get lots of amazingly colored different images that we'll be able to see. Right, I will look forward to seeing your work soon. Take care, guys, and I'll see you for our next lesson.